My name is Laya and I'm part of the success team here at Inflow. Today we'll go over a bill of materials and how to create a manufacturing order with Inflow Manufacturing. To get started, I'm on the home page of Inflow Manufacturing that you'll require in order to go ahead and do this. To start off with, I'm going to go into my products and choose a finished product that I would actually like to create a bill of materials for. A bill of materials are just a list of components and potentially a list of assembly instructions that you basically have that go into your final MO or manufacturing order. In the case of my wooden door with brass fixtures, I'm just going to go in and actually hit the plus button right here and add in all of my products. We'll start with a door panel, followed by two hinges because I'd like for this door to stay put, a latch, and handles. Now this is where I can go ahead and actually add all of my instructions. If I needed to add extra instructions such as sanding or staining, I can actually go ahead and do that right now. But for the time being, all I'm going to do is basically assemble this. So here I'm going to add the cost of labor. This could be what you're spending on labor and how long it's going to take for this specific action. So for assembly, I'm just going to say it's going to take 30 minutes and at a cost of $25 an hour. And that's pretty much it. Inflow is then going to auto calculate the operations cost for me. At this point, if I needed to add extra operations like sanding or staining, this is where I'd go ahead and do it. If not, which I'm not going to do in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and save this. Now that our BOM is set, we can basically start manufacturing. Just before I go ahead and show you that, you do have two other settings here under the manufacturing settings where you can auto build or auto assemble after sale. Now this is specifically helpful if you don't like to have your manufacturing products on hand and you'd like to build them as and when the orders come in. So by clicking this, it'll ensure that when a sales order is created and you go ahead and pick the specific finished product, it'll actually create an MO for you, which we can always look at in another video. So let's start manufacturing. I'm going to go here and create a new order, and I'm going to start creating the wooden door that we just created the bill of materials for. Now, I like to have stock on hand, so I'm just going to go ahead and build, let's say I'm going to build 10 of these in one go. Now, this is the start of your manufacturing order. I am actually going to put this away in a different location because I have my raw materials in the default location, but I like to have my finished products in my production shop. So this is where all of my finished products are going to go in the specific MO. Now that we have this, you can also have a look at all of your raw materials here. If you already know what your raw materials are and it doesn't bother you, you can always go and toggle this off, especially if you have a bill of materials that has a lot of assemblies and sub-assemblies. But if you are like me and it's a simple bill of materials, I like to see things here. And this is also where you'll make any changes you might need to make. So if at any point I needed to update my brass latches for actual chrome latches, I can go ahead and swap this product out. Or if I accidentally only need 10 hinges instead of 20 hinges, I can go and edit the quantity out in this using the same three dots here. But for this specific MO, everything looks good to me, so I'm just going to start. At this point, you can actually scan to pick, or you can just go ahead and pick all. You can also print out a picking document from our printing tab over here that allows you to basically pick these products as well. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and hit pick all, and then we'll go into assembly. Now at this point, it only takes, what it's actually going to do is it's because I'm creating 10 doors and we had basically said that one door takes 30 minutes to create, it's basically just multiplied that for me. But I'm just going to say that, people are going to be much faster today and it's only going to be 3 hours to make all 10 of these. And then let's go ahead and mark this as done. Now we can go back to the overview We know that all of this is done, it's all ready to go, and we can complete the order. And that's it. If you'd like to see that you now have stock, I'd suggest going back into the product, and you can see that we actually have 10 of these in stock now. And you can also see that we now have a cost here because we've gone ahead and created it. Now, if you go into your manufacturing order, you'll notice that there's a difference in cost, and that's because this is using the operations cost by counting for 30 minutes per door. But over here, because I changed it from 5 hours to 3 hours, it's going to be just a little bit less. Hope that makes sense. Now from here, if I need to change my price, if I need to update a pricing scheme, this is where I'll go ahead and do all of that. But as you can see, everything that was created is now in the production shop and it was put away. So there you have it. It's super simple once you know what you're doing. Thanks for watching.